read last night. I know it's Valentine, the morning works look fine. You know the jockeys, brothers are friends.
Hello racing fans, and welcome to another edition of Handicappers Corner, brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Heads, and along with Drew Forster, we're going to go through the Sunday, June 30th races at Hastings Racecourse. We do have 9 races on Sunday, 10 on the holiday Monday, July 1st. Of course, both days starting at 1:50. So we do have 19 races for the 2 days, but of course we did lose Saturday.
We did lose Saturday. There was some problems at the entry booth, but our big betting days this year have been Sundays, and of course the holiday Monday.
Yeah.
So they've carded really strong cards for the Sunday and Monday cards, and looks like we'll get some good weather for it, and should have a good, strong couple days.
Yeah, it's been tough. The weather's been tough on the horses. It's hard when you get inconsistent racetracks. I mean, it's no fault of the track maintenance crew. It's just when you get
they've done a very good
sun
job
and then
keeping it together,
3 days
yeah.
of rain and 2 days of sunshine again, and it's really tough. And it's hard on the horses. And so some horses have needed some time off, and it's just that's why we're just a little down on numbers right now, and which it's why we were a little light at the entry box for the Saturday program. But we did end up getting, as you mentioned, 2 good cards for Sunday and Monday. Let's get into the Sunday card. First half of your double, $4,000 claimers. Going to go 6.5 furlongs that have not won a race in 2013. Looks like we should see some speed on in here with the 1, Principe's Herbie, and the 2, Swiss Arrogant, and even the 5, D's Victor. I think this will set up nicely for the 6-horse Navajo Knight. Ran on very well last time, and I just think with a little bit more pace in here that it's going to be a perhaps Navajo Knight's afternoon, and Enrique Gonzalez going very well of late. It gets the call. So I'm going to put him in the top spot up at the 3-horse Swans. He finished just ahead of Navajo Knight last time, but it's been Swang's 4th race. I think Navajo Knight's kind of a race behind, but I think under the right kind of scenario, I think they can turn the tables on Swang's. And I put the 2-horse Swiss Arrogant. I think he's going to go the farthest of the speed with Aaron Greider in the tack. So I went 6, 3, and 2. I think those are your 3 horses in the Sunday opener.
I put the 2 on top because I feel like he needed the race last time. He was coming off a bit of a layoff, and he went 3 wide the whole way around there into fairly quick fractions and did an admirable job to hang on, only get beat a length and a quarter. I think with a better trip today, they don't catch him. I think he can get out in front. I think he can clear the others, and he'll be gone. I put Navajo Knight in for second. Bang-up race last time, only get beat a length. And the 3, Swangs, as you mentioned, those are the logical horses for me. I have the same ones as you. I just got them in a little bit different order. I got 2, 3, and 6. In the first on Sunday, on to the second. Fillies and Mares, non-winners of 2 allowance race. 5 horses signed on, but a very competitive field. I went to the 4th Saturday Night Ride, newcomer here to Hastings Park at the Troy Taylor Barn. Previously trained by Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert. Ran some very strong races in California, getting beat just a few lengths by Blue Hassan, then winning a maiden special weight, getting in the triactor in one of the optional 40s down there before tailing off in her last start, which is why she ended up here.
Right.
But obviously a different kind of animal than what she was running against down there. If she can get back to her earlier form, just like a race or 2 ago, she's going to be a handful in here. I put Vino Terra in the 2nd spot. I picked her last time. Was disappointed, coming off a huge effort in her previous race. Last time, maybe she bounced a little bit or whatnot, just didn't seem to be herself, but if she's back to her form, she'll be a handful in here. I got her in the 2nd spot. And then 3rd spot, I put Bilbao, another one who just missed a courtroom kiss in the same condition. Figures to be part of the mix in the lane. I got 4, 5, and 3.
Yeah, I've got the same 3 horses. I've gone to Vino Terra on top. I'm willing to forgive her for that last race. I thought kind of passively, we got hung 4 wide the whole race, and in a 5-horse field, I don't care how much the best you are, that'll get you beat. And she only got beat a couple lengths, but I think she just goes to the front here. It says game over. I mean, she's going to go 20. If she has to go 21 and 4, do it and go. And she's got that kind of speed, and I think she'll hang on. I like Vino Terra to defeat the 4's Saturday Night Ride, as you mentioned, from one Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert to another, and Troy Taylor.
That's right.
This horse has been in some pretty nice camps, but this horse looks more like a distance horse. But we'll see if she can return to a sprint and do well. I think that might be the one reason why Vino Terra may beat the 4 this time, is just because of the distance. And the 3, Bilbao, you're right, good run against Courtroom Kiss. Been off for a little bit, but still it seems to be a month in between races is what she needs, and Dino knows that, and she's run some good races doing that. So I went 5, 4, and 3, though. I just think the pace edge goes to Vino Terra. I think she gets the lead. There's no 4 wide trip this time. I think she gets it done. On to the third race, maiden special weight for fillies and mares. Just got to feel the 6. I've gone to the 2-horse. I dig that, who looks to be the controlling speed in here. I went a little crazy last time. They wwent 21-4, 45-2, and
Chasing Carrie Cal,
yeah, set it up for CA Miss, and Sitka Song just come and got her late. But I think with better pace scenario, I dig that'll be tough. I don't mind the 6, Touching Promise at all, goes without the blinkers. She was really washy and quite agitated in the paddock last time, and maybe being able to see everything, and second time out too, she may be a little bit more relaxed. She's worked well. I think there's more there than what she showed that day. And I put the 5-horse Beckstoffer in for third. Good debut run for 20 grand to step up a little bit, but this is not a tough maiden special. She fits here nicely.
Yeah.
I went 2, 6, and 5. I don't love any one of them, but I think you need all 3 in your pick 3s or pick 4s.
Absolutely. I went to the 6, Touching Promise. I liked the run last time. I thought she kind of fell back a bit, but then she was coming on again late, which I liked to see her dig in. Fernando Perez does take over for Marlo Dunn. Marlo has retired from racing.
You never say retired, though. I mean, she retired.
Yes.
But Chantal retired too.
Yeah.
Everyone retires.
Yeah. She's taking a break.
Then they come back.
Taking a break from racing.
Yeah.
One thing I'd like to clarify, nobody really seemed to know why, and I heard some people say, oh, she was fighting demons or that. It's nothing like that. She had a few close calls on the track, and I think she just decided she didn't want to do it anymore. She's still out there every morning working very hard, getting on horses and galloping horses, and she's a good girl. I wish Marlo all the best in the future.
Ditto.
So I went to Touching Promise on top. I put Beckstoffer, as you mentioned, nice first out. Was pretty unlucky in her first start. Kind of hit the gate when she came out of the gate. She just kind of had a messed up trip, and still ran second behind Willamette. And then the third spot, I put Lips out of the red hot Rosie Anderson barn. 7 starts, 4 wins. It only had the 1 start. They came back first time start this year, and it was very trouble. It was 5 wide the whole way. Another one just had kind of a really messy race for her debut. This isn't an overly tough maiden special weight.
No, it's not. It's come up pretty.
If she can put it together, I think she could be a horse that's going to be a price. Maybe put her in your tries. I got 6, 5, and 1 in the third. On to the fourth, 4,000 non-winners of 2 for 3-year-olds and up. And I've gone to the 6, Allison's Tiger 2. Just toss out that last race. A horse bolted on the inside of him.
Took her out. Took him out.
Yeah, just got him out in the middle of the track and just scrap that. Forget about that. You look back to his form before that, he only got beat a couple lengths by Gotheem and a 3-year-old for 10,000. The non-2-4 is a good spot for him. He might even be your favorite, even with that race on his form, but I really like Allison's Tiger too. In the second spot, I went to the 1, Nelly's Trick. Was in that race against Lucky Molly Minor last time. That was the same race as Allison's Tiger 2. It was kind of a messy race. Lucky Molly Minor ended up running off and just hiding, and Nelly's Trick was the best of the rest. And in the third spot, I put Final Flare. A horse had been off for 2 years out of the Barb Heads barn. Came back. Wasn't obviously a great race, but needed the race for sure, being off 2 years. So I look for him to improve in his second start coming back. I got 6, 1, and 5 in the fourth.
Yeah, this isn't a tough race at all. I mean, it's come up quite weak for the non-winners of 2 category, and I've landed on the same horse, Allison's Tiger 2. I threw out the last race, of course, and you have to. This horse was just carried out to the middle of the track, right out of the race.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
And prior to that, his runs are good enough to clobber this field. So I got to put that 6 horse on top. Put the 7 Wild Dragon in for second. Battle on the pace last time and ended up 4th. But still, I think the horse is improving and going the right way. And I put Final Flare in for 3rd. Goes back in blinkers, too. Blinkers on. This horse's best races, or the lone win anyway, was in blinkers when he did go blinkers on as a 2-year-old. But obviously needed a little bit more focus. Just kind of ran around the track without a purpose last time. And maybe better with the blinkers on. So I went 6, 7, and 5. On to the 5th race, a maiden 5,000 fillies and mares. Actually, the first of 2 of them. And we did split this race. Got 8 of them in this end, going 6.5 furlongs. I ended up on the 6 horse, Till the Victory, dropping from 20,000 in here for the 5. Bruce Unwin thought enough of him to run him for that much money, or her, for that much money, and gave a good account of herself behind Willamette and Beckstoffer. I was only beaten about 7 lengths, and this is a really soft spot. This horse has been working in 101 going into the race, which is why probably Bruce gave her a shot up that high. But it's time to win races now, and getting to the middle of the season, and so they get aggressive with her and put leading rider in the tack, and I definitely like the chances of Till the Victory. But the 4 horse, It's Gold Baby, another one that I thought had a pretty good first up run this year. Ran into a pretty good Free Roam and Dolly, who won off by 4 lengths. So this horse only got beat a little bit for second money and was closing up nicely on the rail. But there's lots to like about this horse. Antonio Reyes riding very well, retains the mount, so I put him in for second, or her in for second, and I put the 2 horse, Joe Lemis, goes blinkers on after showing some speed from an outside post. Didn't get the best of trips. This horse's form is better than it looks like on paper. The winner, Miss Heatheridge, won by 9. So this horse only got beat 6 lengths in like a 4-wide trip. It was not a great trip for Joe Lemis at all, but the blinkers on may help. Alex Smarty rides. So I went the even numbers. I went 6, 4, and 2.
6, 4, and 2. I agree with your first 2 picks. I think Till the Victory is a standout here. Only got beat less than 7 lengths in that Willamette Beck spot.
That's a good race.
And got the easier half of the split in this end. So I think Till the Victory is an absolute standout. I agree with It's Gold Baby in the second spot. The third spot I put Stars of Gold out of the Kelly Rycroft barn. Kelly Rycroft's always dangerous. Made her first start. You thought enough to try maiden 10 in the first start. Didn't work out so well. She got beat 24 lengths, but she's got that race under her now and ended up in a spot that is not all that tough, barring Till the Victory. So I got her in for third. I got 6, 4, and 7.
More maidens.
On to the
More
6,
mares.
the other end of that race. And I've gone to the 8. Allie's Bobcat of the Charlene Miller barn. Ran into a very tough Kyrie's Gal who dropped from the clouds into a maiden 5 last time and went in 117 and 3, which is not your typical race for these kind of horses.
You don't want to be in that end.
Which is why she got beat by 10, but was the best of the rest. I got Allie's Bobcat on top. The second spot, I see this as, there's 2 that I really like in here. The other one is Cheeky Cheetah out of the Barb Heads barn. Another one that might be able to get the lead, be part of the controlling pace, or be up near the lead, and nice stalk and pounce kind of position at the very least under jockey Aaron Grider. And the third spot I put Really Smokin' out of the John Morrison barn. A horse that's slowly kind of putting it together, getting a little better piece by piece. I couldn't really decide on a third horse. The 2 I really like are the 3 and the 8, and I put the 1 in for third. I got 8, 3, and 1. Yeah,
I've gone to the 3 horse Cheeky Cheetah. I think the blinkers on is a big key. This horse has won race last year, a pretty good one behind Waif, and next out winner Tenzel was in blinkers, and then this year obviously didn't seem to need them. Ran a decent race first time out, was closing up well, but then second time out, still just running around there, and maybe the blinkers are necessary to get the job done, and certainly Aaron Grider and the tack won't hurt. The 8 horse Allie's Bobcat, distant second to Curie's Gal, as you mentioned. This horse is sitting on a win too. Had quite a few chances though, but this will be her 11th start as a maiden. I put the 6 horse Richly Romantic for Cindy Krasner. This horse, a couple of good runs this year, especially the first one, ran a good third, but last time just couldn't quite get the lead and ran into a very good Miss Heatheridge. This race has come up a lot easier, so gets apprentice Alex Smarty. So I went 3, 8, and 6, but I agree with that. I like the 3 and 8. I think those are your top 2 horses. On to the 7th race, $7,500 claimers, older geldings going a mile and a 16th. I ended up on the 5. Tommy Danziger, former Canadian Derby winner, now down here for $7,500. Gets Amadeo Perez, who did all the good on him last year. 2 big wins, 2 runner-up efforts, one behind Taylor Set on BC Cup Day. We're with Amadeo in the tack, and this horse, obviously needed the route race last time, but I think he'll be better this time. I put the 1 horse Goldfire in for second. Just couldn't get near the $15,000 types, but down here for $7,500 should make more impression. He's never really ran great here at Hastings. He's been done better down in Phoenix, which is obviously a lot easier circuit. But he's a horse that could be flying late. You want to keep an eye on him. I put the 8 horse One's Own Accord, who's been going well for trainer Melanie Walters. Claimed a couple of starts back, and a good runner-up effort last time to Yessie's Trouble. So off of that one, it was a very quick race too, and on 44 and change. So off of that one, I think this horse must be respected too. I think you need all 3 of them. I'd like to stand alone with Tommy Danziger, but I don't. He's down here for a reason. He's lost that little edge or that little step, and but maybe down at this level he'll win for fun. But I went 5, 1, and 8.
I got exactly the same horses. I got him 1, 2, 3, just like you do. Tommy Danziger looks like the horse to be.
Yeah, on paper he's got it.
Maybe he's not the same as he was last year. He was heavily favored at his last start at 15, and didn't get the lead and just kind of fell out of it. Goldfire, the obvious second pick.
Yeah, because if Tommy Danziger doesn't win, it might be Goldfire or One's Own Accord, who's the one in good form, really in good form right now.
Yeah, One's Own Accord wouldn't surprise me either.
He's in good form.
Those are the 3. I got the same 3 as Mike in the same order. I lost my sheet here. What were the numbers?
5, 1, and 8.
5, 1, and 8. There we go. And on to the 8th race. Maiden Special Weight for 3-year-olds and up, going long.
Interesting.
Nice
little
good
little race.
Field of 8. I got the 4, Regal Legacy. This horse made a very impressive move last time. Broke bad, trailed early. Amadeo even kind of started asking the horse fairly early, kind of right out of the first turn. Started asking him, made up a ton of ground, and got beat by a horse that looks like the real deal in Hope Seeker.
Looks like a nice colt.
But he was off at 12-1 odds that day. Ran a big race, Regal Legacy did, and anything close to that, I think he's your money horse today. The second spot I put Leo's in the House. He never got the lead last time either, and kind of fell apart a little bit at the end. But going long, he might be able to get the lead, get some confidence, start rolling, and maybe be tough to run down. He's definitely got the breeding. Lionheart of its Distorted Humor mare. He's got the breeding for the distance, good distance number. Be interesting to see how he goes long. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try and steal it. And the third spot, I put Sitka Song, a filly who's making her second start back against the boys. Ran a nice race, closing race in that Monaghan race for Maiden 30. She goes into the Maiden Special race, but she's a filly that just keeps improving, keeps getting better.
Yeah, the distance helps her,
Yeah, the distance is making a big difference. And for a price horse, maybe put her in your try. I got 4, 6, and 2.
Yeah, I've got the same top 2. I was impressed, like you were, with Regal Legacy off the big layoff, and this horse was traveling well, went very wide, turning for home, and I thought ran a very good race to be the runner-up behind Hope Seeker. Leo's in the House. I'm not too sure if a Lionheart wants to go long, but at least it's a Distorted Humor mare, and there could be there's some distance there. So I got to give this horse respect, just with the connections and all. And I put the 5, Lord Calazar, in for. Who just finished ahead of Sitka Song. So I think those two horses are interchangeable. Lord Calazar, first time going long off. I was off a month in between races last time, so I think better spacing in between runs. And second time at a new distance, went without the blinkers last time because they were put the blinkers on 2 starts back. And I just think the pace scenario might help him a lot because there could be a lively pace in here with the 1 Lord Harlow likes to be close, the 3 Spirit Rivers fast, and you got Leo's in the House, and even the outside 2 Rebus and Peyton's Best both show early speed. So at least Lord Calazar's horse that's shown he can come from off it and make a run, and maybe second time out going long might be the ticket for him. I went 4, 6, and 5 in the 8th, and on to the 9th and final $5,000 claimers. Colts and Geldings here going 6.5 furlongs. I see a bit of speed in here, quite a bit, with Now Act, the 5 Dog Rock, the 6, 7. Looks like there's a pile of speed on in here, and I think the 2 Blade Scuffler is the horse that might benefit. 2 starts back, a good third place run behind Notice Sal, and then last time wide out and didn't get the same pace scenario. 46 and 2, pretty slow for those horses. Passion Red and Arkill were up near the pace, and they just kind of ran on. This horse had no chance. He tried to fight on, but still just couldn't quite get up there. But I think a better pace scenario for Blade Scuffler, so I put him in the top. Put Monster in the Closet in for second. Always a cool, honest horse. Amadeo gets along with him. And put the 6 horse Funny Face in for third. Aaron Grider rides first off the claim for owner Teddy Hurt, his wife owns the horse, Kathy, and Teddy trains. But a horse that I'm pretty sure is a little bit better than a $5,000 horse, but has yet to show it in his first few runs this year. But I went 2, 8, and 6. But I do like Blade Scuffler. I just think the pace of the race and the flow of the race is going to set him up very nicely.
I did put Funny Face on top. Teddy's always very dangerous off the claim. He generally does very good when he claims horses. And as you mentioned, I think that he seems like a better horse, although he's had 2 cracks at this level and is yet to break through. I think he's sitting on a big effort, and just got lucky to get beat by Time Machine last time and swung. So I got Funny Face on top. I got Time Machine, who tried a new tactic last time with Robert Skelly. Flying up the rail, made a big move. Wouldn't be surprised to see him win right back if, as you mentioned, if there's strong enough pace scenario.
The dynamics of the race. Looks like there's a lot of speed in there.
And in the third spot, I got your Blade Scuffler in there too. He's another one. Only got to be 3 lengths for 7,500 in that Passion Red race. He drops to the $5,000 level. It's got to make him tough. I got 6, 7, and 2, and that'll do it for our analysis of the Sunday, June 30th.
Yep, June 30th card, last day of June. Up next on screen will be our selections. Here's a quick recap. Here are my picks for the Sunday program. Back on race 1, I went to the 6. Navajo Night, I went 6, 3, 2. In race number 2, I went to the 5 horse Vino Terra, hoping a wire-to-wire performance, 5, 4, and 3. Race number 3, the 2, I dig that, 2, 6, 5. In the 4th race, number 6, Allison's Tiger 2, over the 7 and 5. Race number 5, the 6, Till the Victory. I went 6, 4, and 2. In race number 6, number 3, Cheeky Cheetah, over the 8, Allie's Bobcat, and the 6, Richie the Romantic. 7th race, I went to the 5, Tommy Denziger. Hopefully he can get back in the winner's circle, 5, 1, and 8 for our good friend Teddy Smith. In the 8th race, I went to the 4, Regal Legacy, over the 6 and 5. And in the 9th and final, number 2, Blade Scuffler is the one for me. I went 2, 8, and 6.
And up next will be me. There we go. In the first race, I went to number 2, Swiss Arrogant, over the 6 and the 3. In the second, number 4, Saturday Night Ride, over the 5 and 3. In the third, I went to number 6, Touching Promise, over the 5 and the 1. In the fourth, I agree with Mike on number 6, Allison's Tiger 2, over the 1 and the 5. In the fifth, I'm again with Mike on number 6, Till the Victory, over the 4 and the 7. In the sixth, I went to number 8, Allie's Bobcat, over the 3 and the 1. In the seventh, me and Mike both agree on number 5, Tommy Danziger, over the 1 and the 8. In the eighth, again, number 4, Regal Legacy, over the 6 and the 2. And in the nightcap, I took number 6, Funny Face, over the 7 and the 2.
Well, that'll do it for this edition of Handicappers Corner, brought to you by the Derby Grill. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Hopefully we've enlightened you, and hopefully you have some success on the Sunday program. 9 races on tap. Weather's supposed to get a lot better. Hopefully It's a nice afternoon.
Big weekend.
We're certainly due for a break from the weatherman. I think we're going to get it for July. Should be we're just heading into July. Starting on Monday. It's our time now. Get that sunshine out there and get the crowds big.
Yeah.
Don't forget holiday racing on Monday. First race at 1:50. We do have 10 races on the Monday card.
4 stakes races.
Including 4 stakes races. All the older horse, the 2-3-year-old divisions and the older horse divisions will be in action. So lots of exciting action on the Holiday Monday program. If you can't make out of the track, don't forget where the Derby Bar and Grill is, right here at 176 and 0 Avenue. Get down here and see Chef Andy. He'll have a great menu for you, as well as some live simulcast wagering right here.
And me behind the bar, too.
That's right. We got Lefty here behind the bar, Tom Cruise. Okay, on behalf of Drew, thanks for tuning in here to Handicappers Corner. We'll see you next time.
I'm a handicapper that's real sincere. I'm picking Valentine, cause I'm the morning line. The guy's got him figured at 5 to 9.